Welcome back, and we're ready. We're setting up for beet harvesting. So I list this chaser bean trailer, something to that effect, but I believe it's more like a chaser bean. And we do have, don't we, a beetroot field right here? Yes, we do. So we're gonna go to that beetroot field first. And then we're gonna come to the bigger field on that side over there. So first of all, we're gonna take our machinery there. I believe what I'm gonna try and do is fill up this machine, flop it somewhere on the ground, and then obviously hire the right equipment to let's get rid of the map, to pick it up from the ground. Now, do I need to do that? Absolutely not. We don't need to flop anything on the ground. I could just put it straight into trailers. But then we do have this oh, wrong place. Where are you? This thing over here, which I've never ever used. So I realize it's going to cost us a bit of money to lease it, but that's fine. I got no problems with that at all. So we got the beetroot right over here. So you can stay there for now. And this is the machine that I leased, and I am going the wrong way for the same thing, to harvest them. It's a header that I got off Mod Hub. It's supposed to work on 12 meters width. I'm not quite sure how it does it, to be honest. I don't see. I hope it's not one of those fake ones, if you know what I mean, where it's only 4 or 5 meters wide, but it actually works for 12 meters. So we'll quickly find out. I am going to do some of it, but obviously because beetroot is such a high yielding product or vegetable, some vegetables I believe, I don't want to get into a position where you know, I don't have time to cart type of thing. So I'm going to set it up in such a way where I'm going to do some of the work, but at the same time hire the workers to do the other bit of the work. Alright, so it's doing that. Let's unfold the header and see what happens here. Okay, so this goes down. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Not very realistic, but at least not just, you know, fake type of thing where it kind of just picks up 12 meters but doesn't actually show the 12 meter. Okay, why aren't you picking it up? Isn't this ready to be harvested? I'm sure that he said that it's ready to be harvested. Oh, it's still growing. So I kind of rushed a little bit in hiring the machinery. That's fine, not that big of a deal. We'll stop it and we'll wait for it to be ready. And while we're waiting for it, I might as well... Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Have a look if our corn is ready. Oh yes, corn is ready to be harvested. So I'll set everything up for corn and we'll come back. Okay, so we're just about ready to harvest the corn. And I got the truck here, I got my chaser bin here, and the combine, the John Deere. I believe I'm only going to use John Deere for the harvesting of the corn. So we may end up splitting this video into two, and that is harvesting of the corn and harvesting of the beetroots. Okay, let's put you down. Let's unfold the combine itself. Okay, and we're ready to harvest corn. Beautiful. So we still haven't got the money as yet to buy our potato harvested potato washer in the yard in front of us. I believe I said $1.2 million that is going to cost us, and that's exactly what we're going to end up hopefully making money to pay for it. Oh, it has GPS, this combine. Okay, so we got what L3 is it? I don't use it a lot, and I always forget about it, to be really honest. And then Control S, so we get auto width. Okay, get rid of that, and all. Okay, we are using GPS. I realize that maybe some of you, they use this all the time, the GPS, thinking, wow, why did it take you so long? But I have it, and as you've probably seen, I set it up, use it, and then I don't use it for quite a lot of episodes, and then I use it again. And it kind of throws me off a little bit at the beginning until I get used to it. So I was hoping that this video will be about harvesting our bits, but obviously they're not ready as yet. So because of that, we are going to harvest our corn. I am actually going to utilize the corn to make some popcorn and see what it's like, because at first I thought it wasn't really worth it, but then I realized that you know, the amount of corn that you get from per 1,000 or per each, I think it's 1 to 4, in which case it shouldn't make it worthwhile. But we'll find out. Production doesn't seem to be really worth it, to be honest, because even though you do make a lot of money for it, it does take a lot longer to make that money. And I think because it takes a lot longer to make that money, it can make it seem like it's not really worth it. You know, when you're doing your crops, whatever you harvest, boom, you take it and would you do that? You take it and you go and sell it at the highest price, and you got your money. But with production, it does seem to take quite a while to make your money. So I suppose, especially since I have the small production buildings, I don't believe that they produce as quickly as the larger ones. So I suppose what you do need is, I do need to have, if you're going to make a lot of money from production, you do need to have multiple of those buildings. It can't just be, it cannot just be just one. And I do have these stump crushers, and it does seem to work. Because hang on, I got GPS here. Because the stumps, they look to be crushed. Now I'm trying to figure out if I had a normal header, whether this would happen or not. I may list a normal header just to test it out on my class combine. Now it's kind of making me wonder if this is actually, this is what I'm talking about. This aren't they meant to be down? Why are they up? There is no straw, I knew that. I thought those things were meant to be down to be able to actually crush the... Okay, that kind of lift header follow, pipe out, turn on. I don't see it doing anything. Okay, that's what's moving. Okay, so that's now sitting at the top. Okay, kind of, I don't know. I always thought that for them to work, they would have to be pointing downwards. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a farmer by any stretch of imagination, but that's how I remember it from watching people like millennial farmer, and I'm pretty sure that they have this system on their header, but it's actually pointing down. Because those plasticky bits are meant to work in such a way where they come behind and crush the stalks, I believe they're called. Again, keep in mind, I am not a farmer, so if the terminology that I am using is simply from memory from hearing real life farmers use them, they look like they're crushed, but now I'm wondering, are they crushed or is that how they normally are in game? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this guy up on GPS for now. Then get him on a worker, and then I'll find out. Oh, no, I forgot that you can't use GPS and the worker. So let's go in here. We don't have any, no we don't. Corn headers. Yeah, just list that one. I'll get in there first. Okay, what I'll do is I'll park this guy right here, turn him off. I'll go and get the other one and bring it here and we'll see. Alright, so we've got the class with the header that we list, and I'm now curious to see if it's exactly the same way it is. So there is no difference at all. Okay, so since we hired you and leased you out, and we put this smaller-ish header, I'm going to drive it at the other field and get it to do its work from there. And as it fills up, I will rush and obviously empty it. It wasn't my intention to use both combines, but that just kind of made me curious to see if those things actually work or they're just there for show. And it looks like they're just there for show. Hang on, I didn't turn the header on. Don't rush through. Alright, and let's get him to do this work. Let's do some, in cab, not a very nice view. And now it's on the GPS, before it was just by itself. It's not a nice view from in cab with corn, is it? I like this X9. Like when it comes to tractors, I seem to always sort of gravitate towards John Deere's. And when it comes to combine, I like John Deere, but I seem to like Plus. Probably my preferred combine. Look how slow it's moving, which is fine because that's because of the header. It's probably more realistic than this one. And New Holland, as far as combines are concerned. I don't know why. I don't mind Case either, but I don't know, as far as tractors are concerned, I always seem to gravitate. I have to actually, every time I look at tractors, I actually have to remind myself, do not get a John Deere, do not get a John Deere, get something else. Especially that I'm doing YouTube now. I always have to remember that you guys don't want to just see John Deere all the time. You guys want to see other brands as well. And it gets to a point where I've got too many brands. I'm thinking, oh, maybe somebody likes John Deere, maybe somebody likes Dudes, maybe somebody likes Massey Ferguson, and so on and so on. So it kind of gets to a point where now I've got 4 or 5 different brands of tractors all the time, and machinery running different brands. You know, maybe let me know what you think. Do you want me to do series where I stick to as much as possible to one brand, or having a mixture of brands is probably the better way to go? So I'll get to finish this little bit over here. Okay, and we'll get him to go back on, and boom, ready to go. It's actually not a bad thing that the class and the header on the class is a lot slower. That way I won't have to rush again between the two. And you know, but what I will do, I will turn off that. I will put you on a worker, and I will get out of your way, get on the map over here. Ah, I knew that's gonna happen. And enter this vehicle. Oh, it just made one pass. I don't know, but it just, this color combination seems to be really cool as far as combines are concerned. Doesn't seem to go that well on the tractors, but it seems really nice as far as combines are concerned. And I see this in both in real life, but I've seen them in YouTubers. But they have the American colors, which is a yellowish and black type of color. They don't seem to look as cool. No wonder they've changed their class and they can stick into this color even in America as well. I didn't change I could have, I've got the mod where you can actually increase the speed. The purpose of this was just to test whether the stalks are being like that pushed because of the header, or it's like that normal. And as we've just realized, it's like that normal. So I will sit around on this combine, do a little bit of a time lapse, both on the class and the John Deere, which is rushing up and down. So let's get it done. Okay, so as you've probably seen in the time lapse, I've used both combines quite a bit. And you know what? One thing I've noticed as I was watching the combines go by is I'm beginning to like more the slower speed more than the the higher end speed type of thing. I realize that the higher end speed you finish quicker, but I don't know why, it just seemed to be more enjoyable to be in the class which is slower than the higher speed John Deere. Bit weird, right? Now I believe that this is going to be just about enough to fill this truck. Alright, let's get this down and let's put the cover on so we don't lose half of your crop down the road. What I did is I put water there, but then I deleted the mod because I believe I was having issues with it. And now it's just a bunch of holes, no more water in there. Alright, let's go to our popcorn production. Get some popcorn going. And here we are. We're going to put 72,000 liters of popcorn into the manufacturing head. That's assuming that it can take all of it. And let's have a look how much of this. Okay, where is popcorn? It's here somewhere. Isn't it a bit lower, a bit lower, a bit lower? No. No lime. How did I miss it? That's popcorn. So we got 76. Wow, the capacity is humongous. 76,000 liters is barely scratching the surface. Don't destroy. Sorry about that. I just want to see if there's any cars behind us. And we're just about to smash into them. Okay. As soon as we get our production going, oh, there's a deer trying to eat my popcorn. Get out of here. So now that we've got our olives and grapes, I believe we have grapes, that's being produced at the corner of the map, where we put that pallet production of olives, and then we put the greenhouse production of grapes, I believe. And now grass is growing back again, which is cool. We're going to have quite a bit of production going, and we're going to have quite a bit of taken care of. So next couple episodes, we're going to look at our animals. We haven't really looked at our animals for a little while. I'm not sure how they're doing with water and food. And hopefully they're fine with all that. Our guy looks like he just finished cutting the grass and left the machine right there. So we're going to need to move that back to where it belongs. So this is the beauty of, this is the reason, I was going to say beauty, the reason why I've done what I've done, and that is spread things around. It kind of forces you to drive around instead of just leaving everything in one spot and that's it. You kind of are forced to, go here, go there type of thing, which is fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna leave him right here. Let's find out, where is our John Deere combine? Okay, this is for our big roots. Not ready. Might as well get it done since we're here. Empty it. Now I'm not going to obviously fill everything up in the popcorn production, even though it seems to be more profitable that way. But we're going to put some in our storage and then find out what we need it for later on. So we'll might as well empty this. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be fairly close to needing to empty the John Deere combine. I am going to limit the John Deere, and when I use it next time, I don't know if you can do it with the worker, and limit it to like 10 kilometers per hour only. I'm going to turn you off right here. Where's my John Deere? Yep. I knew that that's the case, that it would be empty. I wonder if I should try and harvest these. Let's see what happens. Does it damage the other bits and pieces, or just... No, it just harvests that bit, that's it. I don't know if you would do this in real life, you'd probably ruin more beetroot than what it's worth. There you are, but at least we got that. I don't know, I forgot to look how much, 200 liters maybe? Gonna see if I can limit it to just 10 kilometers per hour once it starts working. I'm not quite sure what the real speed in real life is, but I'm assuming it would be roughly around there, maybe even less. So this video started up as a let's harvest our beetroots. Ended up being let's harvest our corn. Okay, brakes not the best thing. Okay, so we'll get into that. Oh yes, he will stick to 10 kilometers per hour if I limit. That's cool. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. All right, so I've got this trailer on a trial basis. If we like it, we are gonna swap it for the other trailer minus some cash. So the reason we haven't paid for it as yet is because we're not 100% sure if we're going to keep this trailer. It's not that big of a deal as far as capacity is concerned. It is a little bit bigger capacity. It doesn't have cover. It is multicolor. It's not a bottom hopper or whatever. I think that's what they call it. But yeah, something a little bit different. So I do believe that originally I owned one of these on this map. Again, I'm not quite sure what happened. I had two corn headers. I believe if you look in my first or second episode, I had two corn headers. But then I don't know what happened. I do believe that I had an issue with mods at the second or third episode, and I deleted all the mods that were creating me issues, and it is quite possible that the headers that I had were creating me issues and I got rid of them. That is the only thing that I could think of why I am short in one corn header, which would be the corn header for the class. But yeah, can I say that 100% sure? No, I can't remember. Maybe I just sold them and I can't remember. So I'm going to do these, and I don't normally like doing these, but just get a bit too lazy to go out and pull the combine out and so on. So we're gonna do it the illegal way. I mean, normally you could do this, but you lose some crop. I can set it up in the game to lose the crop, but it's not like that now, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm not sure how long this episode has already been, but since we're gonna split it into, I do have one more field of corn to harvest, which is right here, and then we have two fields of beetroot to harvest. What are we gonna do as far as we can plant wheat if we want. What do we have planted in these other two fields at the top? I think it's, yeah, canola. So we have one sunflower field over here, and this we may actually end up just setting it up and bringing the planter to plant those fields. So anyway, we'll leave the corn harvesting here. I don't think you want me to record the other field being harvested. If I remember, I will give you an update on the next episode exactly how much corn we got. Thank you very much for your support as always. I appreciate your support and I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. If you have any suggestions, like always, feel free to write them down, and I'll do my best to try and implement them where possible, of course. Have a wonderful day. God bless you and your family wherever you are around the world. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Okay, I thought I'd squeeze this a little bit in the episode, even though it's something that really has nothing to do with the episode, but I did list this machinery to put in wheat in here. Not quite sure why I'm putting wheat, but you know what? Let's pretend that in real life farming you do have rotation per crop, so you don't put corn on corn on corn and so on. So we do need the wheat, obviously, for our chickens. We do need to feed our animals. So I just thought I'd show it to you while it's doing the work. I've set it up to go up and down twice sideways because of the little distance that it has over here to be able to turn around. But obviously now he's going to smash into the fence. No, he's not. It's okay. So we're going to change him and make him go up and down. Okay, I just thought I'd let you know that little bit before, on the next episode you see, hey, he's already put wheat in there. How is that possible?